like an 86 PFF grade last year and like 500 plus snaps. So, he's got potential there if we give him a full season,
Facts.
maybe.
Munford to me is the starter. There's no more question about it.
Yeah, I think
When
his
we
build, his statue, his
so
body type, he's good.
here's the thing
Mm.
about it: the moment that we didn't play him in this last game, we didn't play many starters. So the fact that we didn't play him, I think, solidifies him, and the fact that Leatherwood just straight up was ass just proves that we need him
He
at
ain't
guard.
a tackle, man. And
No, that's
Josh already said he's
yeah.
moving him back to guard, and they're going to try him in this scrimmage and in the game.
Yeah, he'll be a guard.
And I've said
This
if you're
team's before we really get into the Tom Brady talk, for anyone who does come through, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. But my thing about it is the best O line that we can produce on that field this year would possibly be Miller, Parham, James, Leatherwood at the other guard, excuse me, and then Munford at tackle. Munford right now to me is the unquestionable tackle starter. Like, I just don't see anyone who has performed at a higher rate, performed at a better for our starting right tackle, for the players that have been given that position at times. He's been the most producing guy. So no, I think he's the
I think
clear
Parham
cut.
has to start. I mean, the guy's all over the damn field, dude, and he plays every spot good. So I don't
Yeah.
know how that he can't start. Like I think he has to start, man.
No, yeah, no. Munford and Parham. I know people are gonna say that's crazy starting two rookies. Well, honestly, we might have one of the youngest starting fives in the NFL if we do that. So
Mm.
to me, it comes down to I think we're gonna be set with the O line for the future. Um,
That's what I think. If you acculate him now, then you don't have to worry about it later. So I think that 100%. And I don't think Cotton or Simpson's the way because I've seen them both play multiple times for years, and I've always said that they weren't good. And I understand that.
Mhm.
I understand that Cam and Facillo can change people. Like I'm not arguing that fact. But
they're
I
changing
don't
this
think
team.
if you can get Mumford and Parham up to a Pro Bowl player at their age and how they are, why wouldn't you roll with them? Like that's all I'm
There's no
saying.
reason not to.
Yeah.
So, guys, you see the title. I know I made a video about this, but I didn't really feel like I went too much into depth and honestly into the Gruden side of things. I've had my talks with Dustin. I don't think I've talked to Noah about this, so we're all going to get different opinions in tonight's video. The StreamYard link is up, and for anyone who wants to come through. Um, but I usually don't get people to come through. But if y'all want to come through, that's fine. But let's get into this. So yes, number one, yes, I guess it's true. We could have had Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Um, would if I could go back in time, would I change the way we did things? Probably not. No, I wouldn't. I'll be honest. I would not. And I think both these guys here probably will agree. They would probably stick it the way that we did things to move into this point. If you go back and change the way things happened, we would not get Devontae Adams. We wouldn't keep Derek Carr. We probably wouldn't keep Darren Waller, to be honest, with all the holes on the roster. We probably would have made a move for him, trading for another piece that would have been valuable in a different position. So many things, so many what ifs, anything. But in my personal thought, I don't think Gruden with Brady would have worked. But I'm going to change things over to Dustin to give his thoughts on would you, if you had the chance to go back and sign Tom Brady, and then would you? And that's my question to both of you guys
No,
to answer.
I wouldn't because just because he comes here doesn't guarantee a Super Bowl. And the way the team was, it probably wouldn't have. And if you're comparing our team to the Bucks team at where they were, players and position, the Bucks were way ahead of us. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're sitting here trying to tell us that Brady comes here first year in Vegas would have been hype, like Dana said, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's fucking hype. So, I mean, they're going to bring the hype. Are we going to get the wins? Like, that's the thing. So, and not only that, like, this is what I always say. It speaks massive volume. It speaks massive volume on Gruden for the fact that people always say that he's always looking for the next best thing. So that's massive on him that he was willing to roll with Derek Carr and Waller over Brady and Gronk. I mean, I said kudos to him. I mean, this is where I have an issue is you go get Tom Brady, he comes here for 3-4 years, then he's going to retire. Derek Carr going to be here for way longer. And he got Devontae Adams. So
Justin,
I'm rolling this way.
Robert Pena. Salute, man. To
What's up,
piggyback
Robert?
on what you were saying, I agree. I don't think, because I had people tell me that if we would have gotten Tom Brady, it would have guaranteed a championship. It's not true at all.
Championship with that kind of defense?
Well, wait, now, time out. Now, we would not. I think so many things would have changed. Yes, if Tom Brady came, yes, things would have changed with players coming over, right? We all know that. That's the Tom Brady effect. He brings players that he wants over, right?
Yeah, that's the thing I would say
good,
is
Josh?
that he would. That's the thing I will say is that he has. He'll recruit people here, but the whole thing is like, do you have the money? Do you have the backing? We had so many holes, dude. So you're telling me he's going to bring cornerbacks, wide receivers? I mean, I understand he's going to bring a few, and that it.
No,
I just like I said, him coming don't guarantee.
So
like I said, Tampa's team was miles ahead of us. That's just the bottom line.
And let's be honest.
The thing I'm pissed off at is that how he said, "Oh, you're gonna stick with that motherfucker over me," and people were always saying like, "Oh, it was this team. It was this team." Nah, bitch, he was talking about Derek Carr the whole fucking time, motherfucker.
Number two things. Number one,
fucking hater.
I would rather stick with Derek Carr and them for 5 to 6 years than Tom Brady and him for 2 years. Number two, who says that Tom Brady and Gruden work together well? Let's be honest. Best thing Gruden did, he did us a favor. Yeah, no, 100%. What were your thoughts, Noah?
Yeah, I put this on the story when I found out about this. It was like Saturday morning or whatever. But basically, I said something along the lines that you said, I'd rather have Derek Carr, Adams, and all the weapons we got right now than a Brady, Gronkowski, Wombo combo for 2 years and then just throw it all away just like that, make your window that much tighter. And then, you talk about it as well, Darren Waller, who came off that 2019 season, and then blew up in 2020. You got the Pro Bowl that year. With Brady there, even if Gronk doesn't come, does he still make it? I don't know. You can't really say he does. I'm not sure if Brady would have made the team even better, even if he is more suited for a West Coast offense now later in his career, because of just how lackluster the players in the rosters were. Like, he still had Renfro there, but he wasn't nearly as explosive as he was this past season. You had Nelson Aguilar there. You had Zay Jones, like 2021 Zay Jones, where he just took off out of nowhere.
And this whole line would have killed Brady.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in 2021, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually had another severe injury to himself again. It was atrocious, to say the least.
I'll be honest. Like, Derek Carr is a better fit for this team than Tom Brady was. Like, I'm going back to the years. Like, here's the thing: Tom Brady has almost no ability to escape pressure now at this point. Derek Carr can do that. So Tom Brady would have been killed behind this old line. And I don't think that, as far as people are going to tell me, we were not suited for a championship. No, we don't. We just talked about this. We don't. If you're talking about right now, we don't need a right tackle. We already have him. Why are people... Bro, Munford, I'm telling y'all, he's that guy right now. But skip past that. Gruden and Brady would not have brought a championship to us. Guaranteed, right? I don't think that's guaranteed. And plus, are you really taking 2 years of Brady and Gronk? Maybe. Or 5 to 6 years of Carr, Adams, and all this.
He was ballsy to even consider it, knowing that Gunther was going to be the defensive coordinator. I mean, that's pretty fucking ballsy to even consider it. Like, that's the whole thing I think is crazy. Like,
and if we're going past all that, right? Past
I'm not even
the
trying to
roster.
roll like that.
If we're going past the roster, the Raider Nation, right? This nation hated Brady for 2 decades. Y'all think that would have worked out? Like, we would not have been selling. I don't think we
And
would
we
have
would have lost Gronk right away anyways, because even with them winning the Super Bowl, that motherfucker retired and Gronk already quit. Like, then we would have gave up Waller for Gronk for a year. Like, I'm good.
No,
I'm good on that shit. 2 years, but still.
Corey, what's up, man? The link is in the chat if you want to join us. But yeah, no, I mean, I think the nation would have been split up by this decision from this coaching staff. I think Gruden did this for his fan base, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he decided to stick with who we had because he didn't want. I think this would have hurt the Raider Nation if we would have signed Tom Brady, the guy that fucked us over years ago. So I think that was a big point in this.
Right. Yeah, just dividing the fan base, especially after the tuck rule. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily blame it on Brady. I think everyone knows that it wasn't his call.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah,
He was the guy
captain there was
behind the
still,
loss, and the Raider
Yeah.
Nation did hate this guy. So,
Right.
no, I don't think that would have been a good move for the
Yeah.
for the fan base.
I don't think it's good for a franchise because let's say that you go and get him. He comes for 2 years. He gave up your youth players. He don't get a Super Bowl and he retires. Like, that's not going to be good for us.
Yeah,
We're
if we would've
fucking
gone
back
from-
where we were through the whole early 2000s. Like,
if
I'm
we
good
would-
on that shit.
If we would have gone for him, we would have given up the future, and we would have been buying a ring pretty much in terms of what the Rams did. They literally bought their championship with building this great ass roster, right? I think right now, the Raiders team right now that we have, if this was to go win a championship instead of the Brady team, we're going to be given much more respect because we earned it and we built a great team. We didn't just build.
Absolutely.
We didn't just give. We didn't just have a roster of just like 10 great players and then the rest is just a bunch of depth pieces. We have a great ass overall depth chart with a better coaching staff than what we had when we would have gotten him. I really think 100%, you ask me, it was the best move that he made as a Las Vegas Raiders coach. And as much hate as I had for Gruden at times with his stupid ass mistakes and his play calling was pissing me off, I have respect for him for doing this because if we made this move, we would have been set back 4 years from the future of moving forward like what we have right now. We wouldn't be able to have
probably farther than that because the players he would have went and got would all been free agencies. So then you would have spent hella money in there. And then the minute Brady leaves, everybody leaves because they don't have the quarterback to play for.
Yeah. And at that point, you're looking for another rebuild. Is it worth winning one championship and only competing for 2 of them, maybe at most, for your future? No. What we have right now, we have a set roster right now. And I can say that 5 years down the road, we're going to have a good ass roster. We're going to be competing for the next 5 to 10 years, and I'm very happy with what we have. I don't know. Josh, are you there?
Looking at
what happened to you, Josh? The fuck. Anyways,
when you're looking at a core base of players throughout the whole team, you can literally sit here and say, like, man, if we were literally to put a DN or a D tackle, just go D tackle. Just say you were able to go get another good draft pick next year, good D tackle, get another one wide receiver. I mean, even if you were to look at another halfback, I mean, let's not even go halfback. Just go to the corner, draft for another safety. I mean, the Raiders would be set for a pretty damn long time. So I believe the structure of the team has got great core players all the way across the board. I mean, linebacker, I mean, you got Diablo, Kuntz, frickin' Brown, the safety. That's why I say you got to get a young safety because you got Morick, but outside of that, I mean, you got Teamer and people like that, but I would go get another good safety.
I don't
the corners, same thing. D tackle, I would do the same.
Corey.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
That's it.
Oh boy, this is the one guy we need driving and on the deal. Oh my god.
Oh man, let's find a better screen. Is there a better screen than this, or that's not it. I'm just kind of experimenting, y'all. I don't know. I haven't clicked many buttons. I've only clicked 2. Oh, I don't think that changed. Did it change at all? No, it
No.
doesn't change.
Hey, I just want to say one thing real quick. I mean, I'll still be in here talking with you guys, but I really liked what William said and how it would be a lot better to win with the roster that we have now. You know, we built that roster. It would be a lot better. You know, like the only way I would have had it better is if Carr won with Gruden. Like that would have been awesome. Just because like everything, you know, with the media and people saying, you know, oh, Gruden doesn't like Carr, he wants to get rid of Carr, blah blah blah, like all this stuff. Like what this tells me is that Gruden never really wanted to get rid of Carr.
Well, we
And,
had the same rumors. We had the same rumors with McDaniels. So when McDaniels goes and wins with Carr,
Yeah.
we're gonna be giving we're gonna give so much respect. But I like, because here's the thing: if we would have gotten Tom Brady, we would have given up everything. Like our future would have been gone. Right now, we have a future, and we have a right now. So, and we have a great coaching staff. I don't see this team not competing for the next 5 to 10 years, man. But we'll see.
I agree with you. But I just wanted to point that out. I really agreed because, I mean, it's just going to mean a lot more, you know?
But, man, I find, you know what I really find funny? I know we're getting a little off topic from the Gruden stuff. Man, this roster is being so underrated, and I love it. I absolutely love it, bro. Because what happens when we go to, like, imagine us being like, I'm not trying to compare us like to the Bengals, but like imagine we're like that team. Like we just take this big old step up and we go into like this, like the AFC Championship, bro. Like
We already have the team there. They just put better pieces around it.
and we got better coaching staff.
It's not even that. It's players. Like we got men. We got men playing over here. We don't have people where it's like Mo Hurst, dude. Like, yeah, could have been good, but he was a smaller built kind of guy. You go over here, Blyde Nichols and fucking Neil Farrell and them. Like these guys are big ass men. Like that's the whole thing. These guys went around and they put structural pieces in good places. I mean, you got, dude, look at it like this. I've been thinking about this a lot. What Mullen comes back, he's healthy and he plays good. You're telling me you get the possibility can be Lock Sin and Mullins on both sides? Like that's pretty goddamn good to start out the year with. I mean,
and if we would have gotten Tom Brady, I don't think we would have gotten like Morig. Like
No.
the whole
2021, everybody, you know, Devon Diablo for you, Dustin, Malcolm Kunis, he wouldn't be on the roster either.
A lot of things would be changed.
On this team.
This future would be changed
on this team.
So
yeah, exactly.
Because
it's almost like it's like with the Bucks. I don't think Richard, man, salute, man. It's almost like with how I said it. This team's future,
Richard,
and you know, us having a future and right now. While you look at the Bucks, let's be honest, do they really have a future at quarterback? No. So they're gonna lose. So they might be in more rebuild mode in like 2-3 years down the road. They will be probably, unless they get the right quarterback there. So we'll see what they do, but they're in a worse situation future wise than we are.
They might be out of a quarterback at the end of this year. I mean, they keep going the way their offensive line is getting hurt.
Oh, dude, they're not gonna have like that offensive.
I mean, Brady might not stay here, not having Gronk, things like that. I mean, those all matter. I mean, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see if Brady still wants to play with Rudolph and frickin' Evans and Godwin. And, you know, you got great-ass players. I mean, you got Fournette. I mean, you got great players, so.
I think I like us, too, because we have so much depth at every position. We have youth and veterans, so.
I think, you know, what you said is, I agree also with this, with what you said, William, is that this team could go to the AFC Championship. I mean, you got to look at it, like, other than the freaking Miami game, like, Dustin was mentioning this in the chat and Discord on Saturday. We've been averaging good 20 points a game with our third string, fourth string, second string quarterback. As much as I don't want to say he's a second string, but he is. You know, we're putting up. What are we gonna do with Derek Carr, Hunter Renfro,
So
uh,
I made a
Devontae
prediction.
Adams? You know what I mean?
I said this, I think last year. So here's the thing. So you look at every rank, right? We only averaged 23 points, right? With a bottom of the line red zone efficiency offense, a offense that could not convert on third down, a team that was consistently kicking field goals throughout the year instead of scoring touchdowns. I think we can average up close north of 28 to 30 points.
easily, bro.
And here's the thing. Here's the biggest thing. So can y'all think what I want to say here in terms of what does Derek Carr now have?
You'd also have to make sure, like, you can't misconcept that preseason second string teams are getting the points. Like, first string players are a whole different ball game. So I would say that yes, we can still hit it, but we're not playing first string players or teams.
I was gonna say, what does Carr now have? Carr now has a defense I think will be able to cause more turnovers and give him shorter field advantages to score more points. This is the first defense I'm confident with because we have a better defensive coordinator.
Right. This is easily our most talented defense since 2016, and our highest potential defense that Carr's ever had.
2016's defense wasn't all that. It was.
Compared to how it's been in recent years, this is why I said the best since 2016.
Well, here's the thing. 2016. Here's the thing. 2016. It was mainly just one guy. This defense has multiple.
That's why I say I think people get that season misconcepted because they say that the defense was good for that team, but why did Derek Carr have 5 fourth quarter comebacks in that season?
I think
if you're having 5 fourth quarter comebacks, means your defense ain't getting stops.
Wait, Jay, are you disagreeing that we should have gotten Tom Brady? I'm so confused. We know Mark Davis doesn't know enough. John Gruden took advantage of that. No one came back for the money. Dude, this is more about Tom Brady. We're happy that we didn't get Tom Brady because we now have a future, bro. I'll be honest, bro. This team, we'll see what happens, bro. I love how this roster is being so overlooked. So I really hope for the people who are discrediting us now, stay on that side.
The only thing where I could see where we have a hard time. Excuse me, I choked. Is the line? I'm worried about. But then again, like Derek Carr played with this line last year and went 10-7. If we can go 10-7 with Zay Jones as our number one receiver for majority of the year, like that's insane. And I've heard people say, well, you guys didn't beat good competition. You get it, motherfucker. Yeah, we did. We beat the freaking Colts, who a lot of people at that time were saying the Colts were going to dethrone the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl, including myself. Go ahead.
We beat the Colts at a time when they were literally a favorite to win their own division and go, or not win the division, but make it far in the playoffs. They were at one point.
That's what I'm saying.
They were considered the hottest team in the league.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. What about the Chargers? We beat the Chargers not even healthy. When it mattered.
Yep.
So, it's a common misconception. People want to discredit last year's roster. We're fine. I'm fine with what we have.
I'll say it like this. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. But, you look at the playoff game with the Bengals, I did not think we played good at all. I did not think we played good that game. I didn't think Derek played that good. He had some spots where he didn't play good. He had some spots where he did. He had a better second half. But I just like you, William, and like everybody else, I just don't get it. Because it's like this team it's gonna be so good. Like you have the number one wide receiver in the NFL. You have a top 3 tight end. You have a top 10 quarterback, a top 10 running back, and you got a 6-time Super Bowl champion, one of the best play callers in the NFL with that offense. Like it just mind boggles me that we're not getting respect.
For what happened in that playoff game, yes, we didn't play great, but we shouldn't have been there, to be honest, if we're being real. We shouldn't have been there, right? To most people. The fact that we almost won that game was impressive.
Yeah,
if you want to talk about
I
what
agree.
wasn't good, the only part of that game that wasn't good was the play calling in the red zone. Our red zone efficiency was terrible. If we could have increased that, or if Nelson, or not Nelson, but if Deshaun Jackson didn't drop that one ball coming across the field, and he had a touch on him, we could have won that game. I'll be honest. I don't think. What do y'all
My
think
bad,
about that?
guys. My
You're good.
bad. I accidentally hung up.
What do you guys think about that? I don't really agree, but I don't know. Because here's the thing. It's not even just about.
because Tom Brady would have made Gruden's base number.
I disagree. I disagree with that.
Here's the wait a
100%.
minute, because we would have been no. Because Gruden realized we had a better chance at winning in the long run without Brady and being a better overall roster. That's what it was about. It wasn't about pocketing money over winning. It wasn't.
And I disagree with that because Mark Davis is going to side with John Gruden, one of his best friends, over Tom Brady. So, John Gruden's always wanted to be a Raider. He even said, I think a couple years back before he returned, he said, "I'm only returning to coaching if it's the Raiders." So I disagree with that statement. I think people get the misconception that Gruden came back because of money. No, Gruden came back because he wanted to win a Super Bowl with the Raiders, and he
his
saw
team
fit.
was on pace to fucking win one too. He's done
Yes.
nothing but progress or get better and better every single fucking year. It's exactly what he's done. And he would have been better and probably 10-7 with this team. He probably would have been better 10-7 if he was coaching the team. Like, Gruden ain't no slouch, and I've always said, like, does he call some misplays here and there? Good. I mean, I've said that's where his falter is, and I've even said it even when I was talking about it earlier, is that Josh McDaniels, the reason that Derek Carr's only thrown one interception in this whole entire in the camp is because Josh doesn't put Derek in vulnerable places. He puts him in good scenarios, good places to feel comfortable with getting the ball to somebody. Gruden made Derek vulnerable. Gruden would force the feed, thinking that it's going to be the big play, and then he's going to force the interception. So I think like people are about to see some real shit this year. I'll even say I don't even know if they'll see him play here in this game either, because if frickin' Josh feels that Derek and Josh, if Josh feels Derek and Adams are gelling very good in camp, why would he show people what they're doing right now?
No,
like, I understand going out and getting inoculated, but these guys know how to play football. They've known how to play football the whole damn time.
Do y'all see Carr by the end of the year? Okay, I want to put it in a way, right? Do y'all think he's going to have a Matthew Stafford type year, but without all the interceptions? Just have all these touchdowns, less interceptions, but a better team record? And do you think this offense truly is top 5? Because I hear a lot of people tell me we're not top 5, but where do you guys think Carr is going to stand with this offense? I know I'm changing subject now, but it's more of how good do you think Carr's year will be this year? I know this is kind of hard to predict, but with Carr or with McDaniels, we've seen the ability where his quarterbacks can have great years, and people are going to discredit Carr. I get that. To me, Derek Carr can hit 5,000 yards, and that's even without going 60-40. Because if he even goes 50-50, who's to say Derek Carr doesn't? I don't think it's about money at all, man. I really just, I don't know, man. I really disagree. It's not about the money. Anyways, how good of a year do you think Carr is going to have with this?
I mean, $10 million a year for 10 years. I mean, let's be realistic about this. I mean, there's players out there right now that are making 100 times more than that. So it's not like you're just paying them crazy.
Well, that sucks.
Oh. What the fuck? Oh, he's back. He's back?
His internet kicks in and out. Sometimes he's probably out in the field.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I just say freaking money when you're looking at $10 million. $10 million ain't really shit. So I don't think it's about the money. It's about that he had a 10-year contract that he was going to be employed
with a team that he wanted to coach.
And he built that team, and he was doing a good job with that team. I mean, look at the way he had Ruggs, everybody like that. Like he had a pretty good team in place. I mean,
okay, let's be
not
real.
only that, and when he first got here, dude, and he tried to put AB and Tyrell Williams together. So it's not like the guy never tried to put good players on the field.
Yeah,
AB just a bitch, so straight up. But he's tried putting the best people out there he can get. And then he went after the White Tiger that same damn year. Fucking Brian. God dang it, the other receiver.
Bryant?
Yeah, Martavius Bryant. Fucking.
No. I was gonna say, guys, you look at it, man. Henry Ruggs, man, he was going off. He was gonna put up 1,200 yards. He was. Oh. And honestly, let's. I know this is kind of a what if, but if Ruggs was here the entire year, and that whole situation didn't happen, and Gruden's situation didn't happen, do y'all think Derek Carr could have put up 5,000 yards last year with the way that offense was going together?
The way that everything was happening the first 4 weeks, I mean, you got to remember, Derek came out and he only had like 96 yards in the first half against the Ravens, finished with 450 or something like that. Somewhere in there. But yes, absolutely. You know, they were killing it, man. Like they were just straight killing it, man.
Why can't Carr in this offense put up 5,000? People are gonna say he can't, but he was 190 yards short of 5,000 yards last year. And now in 17 games, I think you're gonna really see more quarterbacks doing that. They're gonna quarterbacks.
I agree.
More quarterbacks in today's NFL are going to put up more yards as the NFL games are going to keep going up. I think the NFL. I don't know if the NFL is actually going to move up any more games. They might move up to 18. I don't know, but
dude, right now, Derek Carr got Ruggs for what did he go out in week 7? And you're telling me that he got
was it week 5?
Yeah,
or week 6?
So week 5, 6,
week
better.
7 was his last game.
If you're telling me that he goes out, that's what I thought. Week 7.
Yeah, no, I was
if you're telling me that you get him for 10 more games, and Derek Carr ain't going over 5,000, you're crazy as hell. You're crazy as hell.
That's my point.
That's my point. Burning the NFL, bro. He was putting up 100-yard games every fucking game, damn near.
And this is something I brought up. This is something I brought up to Dustin at one point. I said, this team has potentially 8 to 10 guys that can go put up 200 plus yards this year. They do.
Did you say 8 to 10 guys that can put up 200 plus yards?
Yes, receiving yards.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. We have 6 receivers. I can see doing that. I would say it just comes down to the tight ends and running backs. Like I see Jacobs, he can get 200.
I mean, Amir's going to get 200 easily. So
someone's here.
Easily.
Josh, what's up, man?
Boy.
Oh, Josh is back. Anyways, no, I mean 100%. I think so. Let's just take a do y'all see Carr hitting 5,000?
Let me say this real quick before because I want to say this. Josh McDaniels, and mark this right now. Save this quote. Save this clip. I know Dustin's going to agree with me because we've talked about this before. Josh McDaniels is the best thing for Derek Carr, and it's by a mile because
Yes.
Josh McDaniels comes from that winning culture, and he's going to teach Derek that discipline that Derek didn't get taught. And I'm not saying he doesn't have, but he doesn't have that winning.
He
He
hasn't.
played
Okay,
to
he
not
hasn't
lose,
had
not
that.
to win.
He hasn't had that disciplined roster around him either. So this.
Yes.
And here's the wait. Okay, I want to add on to your point. This is the clip I'm going to put together. Derek Carr with Josh McDaniels is the best thing because out of any head coach that would have brought in here, most of them would have wanted to rebuild this entire roster moving forward. They would have wanted a rebuild, and most of them would have rebuilt this roster, and Derek Carr wasn't going to stick for that. He didn't want to. He wanted a winning culture. He wanted winning. He wanted to win now, and he's going to get that with this roster. Josh McDaniels is the best thing for Derek Carr, 100%.
I think Josh McDaniels ain't going to lose games that they shouldn't.
No, because Josh McDaniels, unlike Gruden, will not mess around with those games that he should not lose.
Fuck no. He's going to show them how to punch the fucking ball right down their neck.
And
Mark it.
wait a minute. We've seen this. We've seen him. He wants a disciplined roster. Do you remember that Malcolm Kuntz got his head chopped off by Josh McDaniels?
Jay, quit worrying about Gruden so much, bro. Like, we were off that subject hour ago.
What? Oh.
And see, William, that right there is exactly what I was saying. You know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That winning mindset is something that we have lacked for the last 20 years. And I will go to my deathbed saying this. I 100% believe that Derek Carr went to Mark Davis and said, if we can get Josh McDaniels, let's get him over here. I believe that 100% because he's tired of all this stuff.
He didn't go there until McDaniels was on the table. No one knew he was on the table until everything kind of came into peace. Now,
same one for Devontae, right? Like nobody saw it coming until like the day
it wasn't about getting Devontae. Listen, yes, we won Devontae. Yes, that it's the title on the stream. Is it not? I just came in. What?
And plus, John, right, nobody's seen it coming. That's.
No, I think this team really 100%, man. It has the potential. It really does. I don't think this team is gonna be it's gonna be one of the more disciplined rosters. It's not gonna make those simple mistakes. It's not gonna lead the league in penalties. And McDaniels will make sure of that.
I mean, you could already see it right now that McDaniels is doing.
Oh, it's only letting you have 4, huh? Oh, no, there we go.
Like it was a long time ago. I think we've had 4-2-2, 4-2-2, 4 penalties first game, 2 the second, 2 last. Like that's probably unheard of in Raider history. Like the coaches, they fucking favor the coaches or the refs favor Josh, man, big time. Like I'm not even kidding. Like this guy.
I don't think. And like last year, we were second in most penalties, but most in yards. So that's not going to happen under McDaniels. It won't.
Hell no. It ain't going to happen for sure. Look what he's done with the team already in the preseason.
Yeah, before I forget, do we all think Derek Carr can hit, or he does hit 5,000 yards? I say yes. I'll be honest.
I think can he? Yes. Do I think he will? I don't know. I don't think so because the only reason why I don't think so is because of the fact that Josh is the split run pass or offense. So unless he just changes something up drastically. Like, we got to remember why Derek Carr even got the yards that he got last year and the way that it happened. The coaches fell off. They went to the more pack because the run wasn't really there. The offensive line was falling apart. If this is the reason why I would say I don't know if he will, because just like I said a second ago, Josh is not going to lose games that they shouldn't. If they get down into the end of the game and Josh got a 12-point lead, or say he's got a 10-point lead, I can see Josh start pounding the ball right down their neck. Like, I can see Josh literally run the clock off in there. And if you're 3/4, I mean, that takes away from the yardage. So I would just say if Josh has the, and that's good for us regardless. Like, that's why I say it shouldn't matter. I think if Derek Carr got 4,400 yards and they still ran the ball and we pounded it down their neck and they can't stop us, that's just 100% plus for us. Can Derek get $5,000 or 5,000 easily? I don't think that's even a debate. Like I said, if you replace Zay with Devontae, would easily be done. So there's no doubt. But
I will say, like, I agree, right?
Like I said,
I do think with the passing, I think we're also going to be a better run team, because here's the thing. The defense is going to create turnovers more than last year. We're going to be on the field more offensively than defensively, unlike last year. That's just my take on that.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree against that. I mean, I can most definitely see that.
This defense in the preseason is causing so many turnovers, and if we can do that all year, who's to say that we are on the – because seriously, last year I think it was –
that even validates my point even more, though. Josh isn't –
no? Is it just me, or is
No, he's definitely
Josh will run the ball out.
Okay.
Josh will most definitely. Josh will most definitely run the ball in the end of the game.
I couldn't understand the first part of that, but
do you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
You're good now.
All right.
Yeah,
so
there was a
what
moment
I'm
there that
saying
you were like
is,
roboting.
if Josh, say we get the turnovers, right?
Yeah.
Say Josh is up by 21 points. He's the ball. Yeah. He's gonna run the fucking ball. Run that game out. Go get the win. Yeah. And listen, I've said it. Just take Derek Carr and turn him from a 8-8 player, 10-7 player, and start giving him 12-5 wins, and then seasons, and then we'll see what the NFL got to say about him. Like I said, you turn them losses to wins and start giving them better records. People cannot deny Derek Carr.
No, I think 100%. I will say, he might not hit 5,000, but I mean, it was more of can he? And I think right now, to me, if he goes like, shit, what was? Let me look one second. Let me one second. Let me look at one thing. I just want to look at before I even try and predict that. But because
what do you think, Noah? Do you think he's going to go for the yards or what?
You know what? I don't think Derek Carr. I mean, don't call me a downer, but I'm not sure if Derek Carr is going to do it this year. We can definitely. I'm not going to say that he can't.
Josh
put it in the situation that he is going to do it.
The new weapons, I will say, if
there's going to be a more run-intensive focus on this offense, like a 55-45 split maybe with this team. Considering you still have those guys on the offense. This is New England. Have to run the ball every single play.
Tori. I like it.
Yeah, this running back room right now, they're still going to feed Josh Jacobs the ball. And the plan right now is that they're still going to make Zamir White the number one back next year unless Jacobs comes back in a team-friendly deal, if they even offer him one.
I will say, I think Derek Carr, well. I was going to say, I think Derek Carr, what was his, let me check something. Wasn't his completion percentage this year like 66?
Yeah, it was
I think it was, 66 or 68.
It was, damn it, let me see. It was 68.4. So I think, to me, he's going to have a higher completion percentage. I'll say around 70. I'll say around 60. It'll be like 69 to 70, just because he's going to have a better I think the way that they're going to do it, he's going to have more passes closer, but his receivers are going to get more yards after the catch. I'll say his touchdowns, I think, are going to go from 23 to like maybe 32, 33. His interceptions are going to go down to like 8. I'll say like 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions this year. Like maybe 4,900 yards on like a 70 completion percentage, just a higher completion percentage. His receivers this year, let's be honest, aren't going to drop the ball as much as they were. His passer rating is going to go up, so I think everything kind of goes up because he's going to be put in a better situation, and he's going to be put in a more, as Dustin said, a more God, what was the word he used? It was like he was put in a better situation to throw the ball, and it wasn't more about, throwing the ball deep and trying to get the big play off the bat. It was to, start the run and then go up to passing and stuff. So.
And that's where I could see where he doesn't get the 5,000 yards. I mean, this system that's, Josh doesn't want the big play every time. Sometimes he wants the easy out route. And from when I've watched Brady and them, they didn't have a lot of chunk plays. Where last year, I think a lot of the reason why Derek, like Dustin said, we're so run or pass heavy because we have the offensive line to run the ball, and then Bruce was just killing it. And that's another thing. Like you look at last season, right? And I know this is off topic, I apologize, but you look at last season. If you tell me we had no run game, I would tell you, oh hell no, we're not 3-0. So that's a credit to Derek,
Yeah. I'm happy with what we've done. And I think moving forward, this team is only going to get better. So I'm going to say, to me, my prediction stands at 11-6 or 12-5 this year. And people are going to try and tell you that we're 8-9. Like, bro, get out of here with that. That's just stupidity, bro. But you know what? Let them talk. Let them underrate us. And we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all this year, bro. When we start whooping y'all sorry asses, bro.
Hey, I can't wait to beat the Broncos. We could.
Bro,
I can't wait till we beat the Broncos. I'm gonna hit up that guy that kept going at Dustin that one show.
y'all, hey guys, there's some homeless people like ready to fight right now. If you guys want to check it out.
Bro, relax. Look out of there, bro. What the fuck you doing, bro? Anyways, Tory, man, y'all cannot wait to beat them Broncos. I can tell.
I hope
Dustin, you're on mute.
Hey, report on that, Josh. Report on that. We need to get tuned in on this.
Hey.
Put it in journal.
Here we go. In a secret Walmart, here we go. We have 2 homeless people fighting.
Is it a Raider fan and a Donkey fan? First off.
Josh? Okay, never mind. Anyways, that report today, y'all.
Josh, don't run away, bro. Go back. Go back, Josh.
No, Josh! Fucker. Damn it.
Dang it, they must have heard him and they went after him. The bums got him.
They got him. The Broncos got him. Anyways, y'all, man. Crazy stream tonight. Did not think it was going to be a 50-minute stream, but we got everyone up here.
On live TV here in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to be going live TV here in a moment. Anyways, Tori, Dustin, Noah, thank you for coming through. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck the Walmart Chargers. Fuck the Walmart Broncos. We're going to whoop some sorry asses here. We're going to be... You know what? Y'all can keep sleeping, bro. I'm sitting back. I'm waiting for this year to start, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
We're getting closer.
We have the Los Angeles Car Chargers. We're in a division with the Walmart Broncos, the Los Angeles Car Chargers, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Time to be alive. Hey, I think it's 20 days. 20 days to kick off.
I'm going to be live for the game if y'all want to come through. Man, I can't wait, bro. Anyways, thank you for everyone who came through. And I will see you guys next video. I'm going to probably do one tomorrow night because I'm gonna be I don't know. I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow, but I'll see y'all then, bro.
All right, later, William.